IQ versus EQ. Many of you are probably familiar with IQ, or intelligence quotient. You may have taken an IQ test before. What does IQ mean? An IQ is a score given from a set of standardized tests that are designed to gauge an individual's intelligence. Traditionally, it is used to test a person's academic strengths to determine who has a higher than average intelligence or who might have mental challenges and learning disabilities. Emotional intelligence, EI, or emotional quotient, EQ, consists of three parts. It is the ability to assess, identify, and evaluate the emotions of yourself, others, and groups of people. While IQ is about logical thinking, math skill, and spatial relations, EQ is a bit more complex. Not only is it about identifying and expressing your own emotions, but it also means perceiving and understanding someone else's emotions. People with a high EQ can channel emotions and use them in a way to get others to think more profoundly. As you can see, IQ is geared more towards an individual's intelligence and academic problem solving. On the flip side, EQ is more about understanding yourself through emotions, thoughts, and behaviors, as well as applying that same understanding to other people you come into contact with. Being able to connect with other people in that emotional way is what leads people with high EQ to more success than people with high IQ. Let's look at an example of two people in the workplace. One individual, let's call him Spencer, has an incredibly high IQ. He is off the chart smart, certifiably a genius, incredibly logical, and technical. However, Spencer has a low EQ. He is valued in the company because of his brilliance, but he has difficulty relating to and communicating with his coworkers. As a result, many people see him as a know-it-all. This causes Spencer to retreat further into himself, almost becoming a recluse at work. He sticks to his own office or cubicle and doesn't eat lunch with his coworkers in the lunchroom. During work meetings, he sits at the back, taking notes, and speaks up only when a fact is misspoken. He doesn't know how to support his peers if they're struggling with personal issues, and he comes off as awkward and uncomfortable when he tries. All of this is because Spencer has a low EQ. Now, take a look at Emily. She has an average IQ and is neither smarter nor more accomplished than any of her peers. Yet, Emily has a high EQ. She socializes with her coworkers on breaks and even hosts after-hours gatherings to instill team spirit in the people she is working on projects with. Emily can assess when a coworker is struggling personally and professionally. Then she will reach out to that person, offering whatever support she can. In work meetings, she is right at the center of everything, asking questions, offering her opinion, and considering many different angles, which gets her employers and superiors interested in thinking about what she says. She makes her coworkers and peers feel comfortable around her, and she isn't afraid or shy when it comes to talking to them. Imagine that both Spencer and Emily apply for a management position within the company to manage the tools and tech team. Spencer has the IQ and the know-how to handle any situation that could arise from a technical standpoint on that team. However, Emily can better manage and handle the employees. She is someone that her team would feel more comfortable approaching, someone who would support them and work on making the entire team stronger. You can see why Emily would be favored for that position, even though she isn't as technically inclined as Spencer. To succeed in a workplace made of people, you need a certain amount of emotional intelligence. Think back on any job you've had before and consider situations where one person was promoted and another wasn't, even if both seemed equally qualified. Try to differentiate the EQ skills of both of them and see if that played a role in who was elected. This anecdote is not designed to place biases. Both men and women can have high and low IQs. It is also not an attempt to separate introverts from extroverts. EQ has nothing to do with an individual's sociability. Both introverts and extroverts can have high or low EQ. While it might seem like Spencer and Emily in the above scenario differ socially, in this instance, it is due to Spencer having a low EQ and Emily having a high EQ. Of course, EQ is more complex than just being social and relating to other people. Emily's willingness to support and engage with coworkers, her desire to create team-building exercises in a communal atmosphere, and her questions that produced a thought-provoking reaction from her superiors are what set her apart. These components are also features of EQ.